Lisa requires a new reed for her saxophone because there's a talent show that evening. After calling Marge, Flanders, Reverend Lovejoy, Patty, and Selma, and the nice man who caught the snake in our basement, she finally calls Homer at work, asking him to get her one. Homer agrees and arrives at the music shop 5 minutes before closing time. Mose is right next door, and Homer goes in there first, thinking he has plenty of time for a beer beforehand. He walks out with 50 seconds to spare, but it's too late and the shop is closed. Dejected, he goes back to Moe's and finds the shop owners there enjoying a drink. Moe helps Homer convince the man to reopen his store. Homer, who barely remembers what he's supposed to pick up for Lisa, purchases the reed and heads for the school. Unfortunately, he is, again, too late. Homer arrives just in time to hear Lisa humiliate herself by butchering the song that she chose to play. Homer tries to give the favor back to Lisa, but all his attempts meet with rejection. After looking through previous home videos, Homer discovers just how much Lisa hates him and feels guilty for ignoring his own daughter's needs and achievements due to being preoccupied with watching TV and dealing with Bart's shenanigans over the years. In bed, Marge suggests that Lisa needs time and she'll forgive him. However, Homer decides that a quick fix is needed and plans to get her a pony. Marge tries to be reasonable and warns him not to buy the pony, as they can't afford it. Homer ignores her warning and explains that doing girly stuff with Lisa made him a laughingstock with the neighbors. Thanks to the shenanigans of Bart and Milhouse, he agrees to purchase a pony despite Marge's opposition. To afford the pony, he applies for a loan through the Power Plant Credit Union. Mr. Burns personally reviews the loan and approves it only after determining that Homer does not intend to eat the pony and has no knowledge of the state's stringent usury laws. Homer buys the pony, named Princess, for Lisa, and after waking up to finding it lying next to her, she gallops into her parents' bedroom, happily telling Homer she loves him. While he is happy that Lisa is no longer angry with him, Homer faces an enraged Marge, and she berates him for making such an extravagant purchase, even after she warned him not to because they can't afford it. Bart is also angry because he felt left out and demands that Homer buys him mopped. He refuses, pointing out that Bart will get nothing from him. Homer soon learns the hard way, as the pony can only be boarded at the place he bought it, with charges coming to more than $500 per month. Combined with the typical household expenses, Marge warns that the family is headed for serious financial trouble. In order to cover all costs, Apu hires Homer to work at the graveyard shift at the Quickie Mart, working back-to-back at both jobs. Homer becomes like a walking zombie, and his alertness is greatly decreased when he falls asleep at the wheel. Marge becomes increasingly worried about Homer's health and hits a breaking point when he collapses in the garage. When the kids see this, Marge reveals that the pony was expensive and how this has been a toll on Homer's well-being, and their father has been working 2 jobs to pay for the pony. However, Marge is also not going to demand Lisa give up the pony. She needs to make this decision herself. After seeing Bart taking advantage of a sleep-deprived Homer, Lisa sadly elects to have the pony sold back to the stables. Lisa tells Homer there's a big dumb animal she loves even more than her horse, which being Homer himself. Homer happily quits his job, much to Apu's dismay, and admits that he was one of his better workers despite his crude nature and sleeping on the job.